Hey gorgeous, I'm Erin and welcome to your energy forecast for February 2023. So it's been quite a while since we've done this forecast. As you know, well maybe you don't know, I've been studying to become a yoga teacher, and now that I'm qualified, yay, we can focus a little bit more on our guidance readings as well. This is pretty cool because we can basically incorporate the energy of each month into our yoga flows. So we're really getting a holistic way of evolution, basically, in terms of our soul evolution. So let's get started. The theme for February of 2023 is foundation and achievements. So for you, this, let me just sort of, hone in, zoom in, focus. This is where I feel like you are starting to kind of see the benefits of the things that you have been working toward. And it's pretty cool. So this month is all about the manifestation, the physical manifestation of all of these things that you have been putting into place, putting into practice. And that's really, really cool. So it's very much in alignment with where you want to be, as opposed to, you saying, no, I don't want that. So that's our theme for this month. And that's what we're going to be continually going toward, building a solid foundation. And so then that way, if you have done that, you'll be stable in a way of receiving all that you deserve, but also stable in a way to be able to release what you no longer need. Excellent. Okay, so let's have a look at your current situation. Okay, so I've drawn the emotional loss card. Now, the emotional loss card is about you facing up to letting go of something that you've been holding on to for quite some time. And it does feel like it's been something that you've been really carrying. I almost feel like there's this sense of heaviness that you once had, and now that you've kind of allowed that to go, maybe you've just accepted the situation, or you've decided that it's just not going to work. But either you have made that decision from your heart space as opposed to the head. And so currently you're in that process of just being in that moment. So it's not like you've made the decision and now you're suddenly fine about it. You're very likely still feeling a bit yuck, a bit icky, and but just know that that will improve. That feeling will get better, and because you have made that decision from the heart, it's far more in alignment with who you are as a soul, as opposed to if you were trying to make that decision from the ego, which, as you know, doesn't always work. Okay. So in terms of how that's affecting you, it's all about transformation. And because this is a really, really big deal, you are feeling it pretty hard. You may even be sort of asking yourself, did I make the right decision? Maybe I should have done it differently. If I could go back in time, would I have done it differently? And look, the answer is, because you have made that decision from the heart, it's good. Even if it doesn't feel good, it's still good, and it is necessary for you to sort of blossom and move forward. And so it's a pertinent, it's like a really big deal for you to have done that, and I commend you for doing that, really. And now it's a matter of accepting who you'll become from this. When we go through things like this, when we go through that, creating boundaries or separating ourselves from someone or a situation or a job, we kind of wonder, well, who am I now? Like, what am I going to become? And this is good. This is really good, because this is part of self-development, soul development. and really getting back to who you are on that soul level. So this is really good. This is very, very positive. So in terms of what you need to let go of, so I really like with monthly readings to incorporate what you are ready to let go of and what you are ready to receive. So in this instance, what you're ready to let go of is some of those memories that were attached to this entire theme of, you know, for you to be able to create a solid foundation in your life, for you to be able to move forward, you have had to let go of a few things. And certainly, like when it comes to the emotions, it feels like it's a big deal for you. What we tend to do, however, is that we hold on very tightly to these memories, and sometimes we almost lie to ourselves about what the situation was. You know, we kind of try to convince ourselves, oh, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I could try again next time, or maybe the relationship wasn't as bad as I first thought, or maybe the career was okay, you know. And so we latch on to these memories, or in some cases we latch on to different perceptions of thought when they may not necessarily be our truth. And so for this month, Spirit's really inviting you to, you know, you can feel into these particular memories, you can feel into these feelings, but they're really, you know, they just want to nudge you a little bit just so that you know that you don't have to hold on too tightly. Okay, that it's okay to, you know, light the candle and let it go. And that's certainly going to help with you transforming into the next version, the next version of who you are soulfully becoming. So if you are going to be surrendering some of these memories and you're just letting them go, and you can let them go with love as well, you know, as in, instead of looking at a situation and feeling like, wow, that was done to me, sometimes it can be helpful to look at it and go, well, that was done for me. And I appreciate that experience because it has taught me this, and this, or it has helped me open up new doors and new experiences and new opportunities. So sometimes instead of looking at the situation from a place of negativity and hurt and pain, like even though it's very valid, but sometimes it can be more hurtful for you if you just hold on to that, as opposed to looking at the situation and thinking, you know what, that was done for me to help me transform into another version of who I am. So if you are surrendering to that situation, that person, with love, then what are you willing to embrace? What are you ready to embrace? Oh, fantastic. New partnerships and alliances, new friendships, a new tribe. And that's exciting. You're going to find that as you sort of continue to get more comfortable in your own skin, you're going to attract more and more people who are feeling the same way about themselves. And so the connections that you're creating this month are real and they're lasting connections. And if you are in business, this might be that you are actually forming a new connection with like a colleague, someone within the company or outside of the company, and forming strong bonds there. So that's really cool. So be open to new energy, new people coming into your life, and in experiencing new forms of doing things. Be open to what they have to teach you, and also focus on what you could teach them too, because we often find in relationships that they come into our lives when we're ready to receive something that they want to bestow on you, and vice versa. So you are going to find that you will start to form these stronger connections, and they're going to feel really good. So you're going to feel like that's like validation for you. If it doesn't feel good, maybe it's not a good idea. But if it feels great meeting this person, connecting with them, or even if you already know them and they're just popping into your mind, that's a sign that, you know, maybe there's something there. Maybe that's something for you to continue to explore. Awesome. So let's have a look at what you're, ooh, that's exciting. What you're going to accomplish this year. Well, not this year. Well, it is this year, isn't it? But this particular month. You have been sowing the seeds, and you are, you know, little by little, things are really starting to kind of grow and flourish. But you're still in the, what would I call it? Like the baking period. Still in the oven kind of thing. Now, reason why I say this is we've got the fertility card. This could mean like the physical fertility, as in, you know, that baby type thing. But it can also mean that you are birthing, you're in the process of birthing something new, something really exciting, and something that is going to help create this solid foundation, okay? So again, we've got to keep coming back to our theme for February, which is foundation and achievements. So, gosh, this is a really good month. Yeah, so what does your heart want this month? Like, what's it been yearning for? What's those things that, you know, these ideas that pop into your mind, or you feel it in your heart space, and, you know, you sort of think, oh gosh, that would be nice. You know, what are those things? Spirit's suggesting for you to maybe just take some time this month and just write down, what are your big dreams? What are your big goals? And not just not like the I don't want to call them surfacey ones. Not necessarily like, I want a new car. Not quite like that. This feels deeper than that. This feels like, you know, your legacy. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. Your legacy. Because it's coming from, you know, the heart space. So be open to that. Be open to these new ideas. Be open to what your heart is telling you. And because your heart's quite quiet and subtle, as opposed to the ego, you know, this might be, it's very likely that this month it's important for you to not necessarily keep acting upon things, like, you know, taking action. This is more of a feminine month, whereby you'll be sort of opening your heart, receiving inspiration, following your gut, following your intuition, and getting excited about what you are growing within. Yeah, this is cool. This is very, very cool. Okay, now let's look at what you should avoid. Ooh, okay. It's always a good indication, isn't it, when the person doing the reading is like, ew. Okay, deception and envy. All right, now here's the thing. I get it that it's super exciting when you have this new idea and you just kind of want to run with it, and you just pretty much want to announce it to everybody. Yeah. This is a month to not necessarily be physically doing anything substantial to get this idea out there. This is more a percolating period. Like I said before, baking. It's like the baking period. And so with that comes you kind of keeping your ideas very close to the chest, okay, and not necessarily announcing it to everybody. Because, you know, there are some people out there that can be pretty conniving, and, you know, they generally think that it's good to take other people's ideas, or not necessarily that even. I mean, that's one of them, but it's also that some people have difficulty seeing success in others when they too aren't succeeding within themselves. And so you really want to surround yourself around tribes that are going to be championing you. Okay, so be wise as to who you share these ideas and this inspiration that you're receiving this month. Okay, don't just go out there and just, you know, let everyone know. Okay, awesome. So the last card for the month of February 2023 is hilarious. This is awesome. Your base chakra card. Why is that hilarious and awesome? Because the base chakra is all about foundation. And why is that funny? Because the month of February is all about foundation. So we are really getting grounded into who you want to be, what you want to do. You're planting the seeds of intention. You are letting go of some old baggage that you've been holding on to for a very long time, because you've really opened up this space, that heart space, and you've started to really listen, and you're tuning in, and it's so good. It's so good. Even if it just doesn't feel like it. Okay. And that's why it's so good when you start to create these partnerships and embrace people into your life that are really on the same wavelength as you. So these are lasting relationships. It's going to feel awesome. So base chakra, it is the color red. It is all about your security. You're feeling safe and supported by Earth. Everything that we see out here is all manifested through our base chakra. So if you don't like what you see, then you might like to explore ways to start to heal that particular chakra. It's number one of your entire chakra system, or your 7 main chakras. And so you could work with red jasper crystals, carnelian. You could wear some red clothing with the intention to balance the base chakra. And of course you can do yoga. See what I did just there? I just linked it to yoga. Just to get grounded, stable, supported, all of that. So yeah, so February this month is it's great. It's big. There's a lot going on here. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to sort of see how you interpret this for your own experience as you are here on this life, this earth plane. This is, of course, is like a general reading, but no doubt you are able to take these cards and associate it to how they're showing up in your life as well. So I totally invite you to do that. Listen to your heart. It's always going to be my advice overall. So foundation achievement. So the first thing I feel is the foundation part for this month. The achievement aspect will come later, but just as long as you are coming from here, your heart, then that foundation will become super solid, and and you're just going to experience such incredible transformations. So it's pretty exciting. So let me know what you thought. Let me know how this is associated with your own life. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I love interacting. I love these partnerships that we create. And we will continue to come back to our theme of foundation. All right, my gorgeous. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.